Hello there. In this video I'm going to actually do a quick unboxing of some wood that I recently got from a place in Spain called Maderas Barber, and that's just to show you some wood that I'll be hopefully using in future builds. I'm also going to quickly show you the current status of two new builds that I've just started, a bass guitar and a regular guitar, but both of them hopefully will be quite interesting. And as a little bonus, here on the table is a river table that I've been making with resin, a coffee table for a friend, which is very nearly finished. I just need to buff the surface and attach the legs, and it's pretty much ready to go. So that's just an extra non-guitar related project that I've been doing. So let's get started with the unboxing first, I think. For some of my future guitar builds, I just ordered a load of wood from a Spanish place called Maderas Barber, which I certainly recommend having a look on their website because they've got a good selection of woods. You do have to be a little bit careful with the prices because the ones that they show are without VAT and shipping, so they end up costing a bit more than shown, but I've ordered some wood from them before and it seems pretty good, so I ordered quite a lot this time, actually about 750 euros worth. So, here we go. And for some of this wood I've got specific plans, and others are just general very nice things that I'm sure will come in very useful. So, box number one. I've got special quilted maple. They're very thick, so I think that's about 24 millimeters thick. So they're designed for making carved tops out of. Now, we'll have to see how that comes up when it's been planed or sanded. This is a zebra wood or zebrano body. I've used zebra wood before in my 12-string guitar, which I made a series of videos about. I haven't used it for a body. But I got this. That looks okay. So, box number two. And the Master Curly Maple body top was 139 euros plus VAT and shipping. So this was actually cheaper than the other quilted maple. And that looks, I can see that there's going to be a nice flame in that when it's being planed and sanded down. And then I got a AAA maple body, AAA curly maple body, which was 129 euros. And the plan is that at some point in the future, maybe next year, maybe when I've improved my guitar building skills, I would like to build a PRS hollow body style guitar, and so I'm going to keep these pieces in my wood stock until I feel ready to tackle that. There's some very nice flame in that. And this is what they call defective ebony fretboards. So they are ebony fretboards which have cracks or other defects in them which render them unsuitable for use as fretboards, but which can be used for making veneers and things like that out of. And I will definitely use these for some purposes, And the remarkable thing is that these only cost 60 euro cents each. Now you may know, if you've seen my most recent video, that in March I went on a course at Ambler Guitars to build another guitar, and for that one I used black limber for the body, and that I think also came from Maderas Barber in a previous order. And I really liked the wood. It's quite easy to work with, and it's a bit unusual, and it has some different types of patterns in it. So I thought I'd get another one and see how that turns out. This one doesn't have any particularly striking patterns or figuring in it. But then I think that's quite typical of black limber. It doesn't look particularly impressive until the moment that you apply a finish to it. And then it really starts to jump out. There's a little bit of grain patterning here on this piece. So the first thing on my bench is actually the bass. And I decided that I wanted to make a V bass, and it's going to be a 5-string bass as well. So you can probably see it's quite a complex construction. It's going to be a through neck, and I have an ebony fretboard which is already cut to size. Under that is the through neck, and then the body is a flame maple cap. Underneath that I've got a thin Paduc sort of cap, second cap, which is going to be revealed by a bit of reveal carving, particularly at the back. And then below that I've got the rest of the body, the wings and the through neck. And in there these pieces will be glued in. So this was just to make sure I've got enough width at the base of the neck. So it's a mix of various woods. There's Paduc and Purple Heart and some sycamore. This I think is a bit of leftover walnut, and then sapele for the wings. So there we go, that's going to be hopefully quite interesting. Lots of work to do on it yet, but should be fun. It's going to be pretty heavy, I think, so I'll probably be routing out both of the wings quite a lot to try and reduce the weight a bit, but we'll see. The other new project is a guitar, and this one is going to be a river guitar, so one made with resin in the middle of the body. So I've got a body which is actually made out of some yew, and this has got quite a messy channel down the middle. I've made a frame sort of mould for this to sit in, so that's going to have some resin poured in it, and I think I'm going to do it red. I've tried to make sure that I can put the bridge posts into wood, but we'll see how that comes along. I've already inlaid my oak leaf there, and then here's the neck. So this is just maple and a strip of something which I think is a bit of leftover of Angkor, but I'm not entirely sure. I actually, when gluing it together, it's not quite lined up there at the base, so I'm wondering about trying to unglue it and then glue it back together again, but I need to decide about that. Incidentally, but just behind it is another neck that I've made, or I've been making recently, to replace the neck on a previous guitar, which was actually too thin, and on that one the scarf joint is pretty much perfect. And that's got some pinstripes in it, which I made using my new drum sander. I haven't quite decided what to do for the fretboard for this one. I might use another ebony fretboard, and I'm thinking of routing out a sort of jagged channel along the top of the fretboard and then filling that with red resin as well, as a sort of continuation of the river effect in the body. But as you can see, there's a long way to go on this guitar, and should be pretty interesting. So I hope you enjoyed those. You'll be seeing more of both of those guitars in future videos, but it'll probably be a few months from now, because I think it's going to take me a while to really make some good progress with them. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye bye.